Early this year because the honorees are not going to the White House, famously, this year for the first time ever. So the red carpet is starting early because they're going to a reception after this. The first person coming down the red carpet is singer-songwriter Gloria Estefan, one of the honorees tonight. So we will be asking her some questions as soon as she gets to us. Many fun facts. Gloria Estefan is the first Cuban American to win a Kennedy, to be awarded, is the proper terminology actually, Kennedy Center honor. And she is stopping on the red carpet now, so we'll look to see her.
Okay, so we can go with Gloria Estefan, but I'm going to stay back. It's just going to be the red carpet, so you got kids on the red carpet right now.
There we go. Thank you. Yep. Now it's your turn. Your turn.
Yes, she is. Then are they rolling?
No.
What's that? Okay, good. Man, you just keep rolling the whole night, because then I'm going to take the card back with me. Well, just the right card. Stand by, stand by. Shots clear. What's that? Yep, what's up? We are, but it's going to go right to where it comes. Stand there. So, yeah, we'll talk about Gloria, we'll talk about Dustin. I'll keep it up to 60 seconds. And our next show is at 6:30 on BBC 7. And we're on 7 right now. Okay, sounds good. Yep. said they could have a program.
They're rolling.
Oh, they're rolling? Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's all right. 30 away. Stand by, Robert. What's she doing? She's talking to us. And we're going to keep the camera on, Gloria, because tonight is
on your feet because they know the shivers are always smoking us out. She's one of the most so we really are.
saw her get out of the car and see her crazily. She stopped, walked to the outside of the place, and it was too expensive. Then almost she would have stayed out there as long as she possibly could. But they did have to get her on the red carpet, and she was just that old. She's alive. Maybe talking to her. Hello, Cool J will be good TV as well. And it's Washington Post. Imagination changed his reality. He was able to do that for rap music. It's John Carmen. Best known for creating all the 95 years old, still working with that. Don't forget about Lionel Richie.
So this is Gloria Estefan, a famed singer and songwriter, down on the red carpet of the Kennedy Center Honors today. Gloria is being honored along with hip-hop artist LL Cool J, the first time a hip-hop artist has ever been awarded the Kennedy Center honor, as well as singer-songwriter Lionel Richie, TV producer Lear, and dancer Carmen de Lavallad. And I believe I pronounced that correctly. So we're going to talk to Gloria Estefan as soon as she makes her way down the red carpet to us. But again, she is the first Cuban American to receive the Kennedy Center honor. And tonight is the 40th annual Kennedy Center Honors, which will be airing tonight's ceremony on CBS on December 26th.
Oh, no. Yeah, you would, yeah.
You ask a musician who's their biggest influence, I think anything you hear music is going to influence you in some way. For me, my first musical influences were all from Cuba. My mother brought the record, Celia Cruz, Chaka, Johnny Mathis, who I still adore and love, and my mom was enamored of him, and all his records I learned his songs when I was a little girl. Then, the British Invasion, Carole King, probably as a songwriter, is one of my biggest influences, Elton John, Stevie Wonder, and that I've been able to work with these people in my career has been mind-blowing to me every time I get a chance to.
Then you can go and stay one shot before.
Because these are people who made a big difference in my life, in my happiness.
As
a young Cuban American coming to Miami, recording a song. You are such an inspiration to so many millions of Latino Americans. How does it feel to be the fabric of American society?
It's a big honor. It's the word. I can't imagine a better phrase, but my dad brought us here to grow up in freedom, and to be able to now know that we used that freedom to its maximum expression, that we were able to hold tight, Emilio and I, to our sound, even when we were told that this would never work, and that the fact that our success came from being different and from being an immigrant and from not shying away from our culture, rather embracing it and melding it like this amazing tapestry and melting pot that is this beautiful nation. So we feel very blessed, and believe me, if you give us an opportunity, we're going to run with it, and that's what Emilio and I have tried to do. And we feel blessed that we're in a country that doesn't, the only limitation pictures are the ones you put on your site.
Chris, you've said before in the past that you would sit down and talk politics with Trump. He doesn't want to cast a shadow on tonight. You know, he's saying that.
Yes.
How does that feel? Do you wish you were here to talk to him?
You know what? I wish, honestly, I mean, I know Donald Trump. Emilio was at Miss Universe a million times. He launched my 2004 tour from Trump Tower with a press conference. So we know him. And I just think that there are other honorees that wouldn't be happy. And I really appreciate that the president had the thought to let us shine on this night and avoid the controversy for everyone and just let everyone's career stand and be celebrated without something to overshadow.
Una pregunta en español. Sobre lo que está pasando en Cuba ahora mismo, estamos viendo las elecciones en La Habana. ¿Qué crees que será el futuro? ¿Cómo deseas que será el futuro para los que están viviendo ahí en ese momento?
Es difícil, las elecciones en La Habana las han tenido por años, pero solamente los candidatos que ellos han escogido son quienes pueden salir. Así que en realidad no son elecciones libres, el pueblo no tiene candidatos que ellos pueden ellos mismos salir y que no sea escogido por los Castro, y hasta que cambien ese régimen yo no creo que vamos a ver grandes cambios ahí. Ojalá me hubiese gustado que se mantuvieran en efecto más, poder viajar más a Cuba. Yo no creo que parando los viajes de otras personas va a ayudarlos a ellos, ojalá que eso pudiera seguir. Pero yo siempre tengo esperanza y tengo esperanza que un día podría cantar en una Cuba libre, realmente libre.
Felicidades.
Gracias, Andy, gracias.
Casey with CNN.
Hi, Quincy. How are you? Thank you so much.
We should come a little bit to your left.
Oh, me to the left? Okay.
How does it feel to be the first Cuban American to receive this honor?
You know what? It's beautiful to be the first of anything, and especially at this point in our lives. But it's a distinct honor because my father brought me from Cuba to this country to be raised in freedom. He always thought we'd head back. He fought hard. He went to Bay of Pigs. He was a political prisoner there. And he actually shook hands with President Kennedy when they made the exchange for trucks and medicine. And he was in Texas and he shook hands with the president and said, please, Mr. President, don't forget Cuba. It was right before he was assassinated. So now to be receiving an award at the Kennedy Center, it's really extra special for me. And I feel very honored to represent my native land and my adopted country, which I've been here. I came at the age of 2, so America is my country.
What do you think your parents would have said about this amazing woman?
I think they would have been incredibly proud. I just lost my mom in June 13th, and that really sticks in my heart, but I think they'd be proud.
Out of all the honorees, you said you were the main one who said, I would like to talk to Donald Trump about immigration reform. If he was here tonight, what would you have liked to say to him?
I think the image of the celebration of our music on that stage speaks volumes, because I don't think there's anything I could say to change his mind about anything. But I think that it's important to have the example of what immigrants offer to this country, and the fact that it hasn't been just this country. We're lucky to have it worldwide and come from this country. So I think, actions and, they speak louder than words. There's no need to say anything if he's looking at the celebration of the life of an immigrant in this country.
And last question, do you think people will be doing the conga in the aisles?
I hope so. I don't know if those gowns, I don't know if they feel free. I hope they do. I can't join them because they've got us in a box sequestered because they're doing this honor for us. But listen, we've done the conga in places people never imagined, so why not?
Want to do it here?
Oh my gosh, I'm going to conga on down the red carpet.
All right.
It's 3 steps easy. Right, left. Everyone can do it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
This is Elena with Washington Post Facebook Live.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I saw you get choked up a bit when you mentioned your mom.
I can't mention her
and your
anymore. It's going to kill me. I just lost her in June, that's why. It's very fresh.
But you talked about in the profile written about you at the Washington Post that you don't like being a center of attention.
I don't.
So how is this working for you tonight?
Well, I'm used to it now.
I would hope so.
It's just that my personality is not one where I like everyone to be looking at me and say, hey, here I am.
That is shocking.
By the way, there's a lot of artists like that. You'd be surprised. I just love music. Music was my escape, my catharsis, and it continues to be that. And I do enjoy people. I love people. It's not that I'm shy one-to-one. But I had to get used to that part. Thank God I had a good 10 years with my band, with Miami Latin Boys, and then Miami Sound Machine when we changed the name, that I got used to that. And I also like to do things well. So I just learned more and more ways to let go. And what I realized was that if I just let people see how I feel about music on that stage, then that connection will be made, and it made things a lot easier for me. But I'm cool with it now. It's no problem.
And you talk about music being an escape for you. Do you think tonight we were able to escape politics? It seemed like, especially this summer when it was announced that the Trumps wouldn't be here tonight, that politics sort of took over this event more than it had before. What do you think about
Well,
that?
I'm very appreciative that the president chose to step aside for tonight for that reason. Because, you know, everyone up here, especially Norman Lear, who's 95 years old and has worked a lifetime to, you know, receive this honor, it's kind of tough to have things overshadow that moment that's so special for each of us. And it's kind of depressing when controversy and those kinds of things take over the narrative of such a special night. So I'm very thankful that he made that decision.
And you mentioned that you know Donald Trump and that you and Emilio are friends with Donald Trump. Have you spoken to him about tonight? I know you said that if you had gone to the White House, you would talk to him about immigration reform or immigration policy. What would you have said to him?
Well, I would have, first of all, I wanted him to see very clearly, although he knows, you know, the example of an immigrant in this country and what can be achieved and what we add to this beautiful tapestry that is this nation. I think that example and action speaks much louder than words. I'm not sure that there's anything I could say to the president that would change his mind, but I do know that, you know, little things like that, like seeing actual positive image of an immigrant and what we bring to this country, I think was very important.
So for you, politics didn't taint the event in any way?
Well, it didn't, because he chose not to be here, and it was very nice of them not to step aside and let everyone shine here on their own.
And last question, who do you hope to see honoring you, singing your songs on stage tonight?
Oh my gosh, you know what? I'll be honored for whoever's stepping up there. I have no clue. They won't tell me. It's a surprise. I hate surprises. I like to be in control. And this is one moment where I've had absolutely no control. So I'm going to let myself go and enjoy it. I brought a lot of tissue in my purse because my team told me be ready because they were all crying. So I can't imagine what's going to happen and who it's going to be. Whoever it is, I'll be thrilled. I was thrilled to have Rita Moreno toast me last night at the State Department dinner. She's a dear friend and a wonderful example of an immigrant that has been successful, of a woman that is one of 12 people that has won the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, the Tony. Yes, so I was thrilled to have her there. And she's very funny and sexy still.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This is Kid.
Kid,
Hello.
good to see you again. So, you talked about how your fans have evolved with you during this journey and how important they have been. Tonight, as you get ready to accept this award, what do you want to say to your fans?
Shall I tell them directly?
Sure.
Thank you so much for listening, for supporting, for loving, for buying our records, and when they were records, buying our CDs when they were CDs, streaming us now in today's world, for offering me so much love and support, for all your prayers when I needed them, that I broke my back 27 years ago.
I did not.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Thank you so much. What are you looking forward to most tonight? Are you performing?
You know, I think the performing, because it's going to be a very musical night, obviously. We have LL. By the way, this is what I'd love to brag about. LL Cool J last night comes to me and says, the Electric Company. I'm a big fan of the Electric. That's a show I did for PBS for helping children to read. And I thought, my God, I can't believe that he was a fan of that show. Of course, why not? He was probably a very young man.
So you were at the State Department
Last
night. How was that? Did it get political at all? Did you how was that?
I think everybody was way too smart and focused to make it political, because this is not what that's about. It's about honoring great Americans, whether they're in theater or in movies or in music. That's what it's about. It's not in any way. There wasn't a hint of political anything last night. And you know, all of us, I think, were very conscious of that. Didn't want to do that.
Got Gloria Estefan next to you.
Oh my God! Well, I toasted her last night.
Wonderful.
That's what you do on that night, by the way. You know that.
Yes. Do you have a favorite song at first? Do you want to give us a quick rendition?
Me do a rendition of her song? Not in a million years. She was all tears last night. Her daughter was hilarious. I said, how's Gloria doing? This was yesterday before the event. And she said, Rita, the moment she hit the ground from the plane, she started to cry. And she hasn't stopped. I think tonight is going to be a river of tears. Just have a feeling.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Mrs. Moreno, Helena Andrews with the Washington Post. How are you?
How are you?
Now, we met when you were walking down this red carpet 2 years ago, you were at your own honoree ceremony.
Yeah.
How does it feel different 2 years later when you're here, obviously, to support a great friend?
I'm sure as hell not as nervous. I'm not nervous at all.
Right.
I'm fine. I am mostly very excited. I'm really looking forward to a very musical evening. I mean, look at the people that are being honored. It's just, the sound machine is here.
Oh, wow.
Can you stand it? Oh.
Are you going to be sitting in your seat, or are you going to get up and down?
You know, I'll probably be boogieing in my seat.
Okay. I look forward to seeing that. This class of honorees this year, LL Cool J, obviously Gloria Estefan, Carmen de Lavallad, Lionel Richie, Norman Lear, it is the most diverse, ethnically diverse class of Kennedy Center honorees.
That's what this is supposed to be about, and should have been about a long time ago, but no complaints. It's happening now, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my country. I'm so proud of the Kennedy Center Honors. I am thrilled about that. It's how it's supposed to be.
Last question, where do you keep your rainbow medallion? Where is it in your house?
You know, I'm supposed to have had it with me, but nobody told me, so I didn't bring it. I feel like a fool. Oh, I keep it with all my awards, with the Oscar and all those other swell things.
And your Emmy and your Grammy and your Tony.
I call it the hardware shelf.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hi, Kid from ABC 7.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. What is your advice to people who are getting ready to get this evening?
You know, there's really no advice. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be trembling. And I just hope, I always tell them, go to the bathroom. Before you do anything else, use the facilities. Because it's a long evening. And I said, don't drink too much water. I mean, I've become a mother. But other than that, just take it all in. It ain't going to happen again.
Why is tonight such an important night for our country?
Hi, Ms. Arch. Helena Andrews with the Washington Post. How are you?
Great.
So you threw a party for
Yes.
Ms. Estefan and her husband on Friday night?
Yes,
How was it? Tell us about it. It had to be amazing.
I think it was. I'm a little biased. I've known Emilio and Gloria for more than 20 years from when I lived in Miami. And the gathering was probably, as many people say, the most Spanish they've ever heard spoken at a dinner given by an Anglo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it was...
Was there a
people
lot of
from
dancing?
others. No, we didn't dance. There was several parties after that. So we just brought everybody together, honored them, and talked about her mother and the family and what it means as an immigrant to have come here, to have fled Castro and not speaking English, and how she cared for her father, who was in the Bay of Pigs. And as she says, look at her now and how happy her mother would be to see her from when she was, Glorita.
And what a great honor for you to be able to do that, throw a party here. And do you think that because the honorees didn't go to the White House for that famed reception that usually happens late Sunday afternoon, was it important for you to hold an extra event for Gloria this weekend, or did that not factor in?
Didn't factor in at all. I liken this weekend to a cruise. I come from Miami, where the cruise industry is, and you start together Friday night with gatherings of friends. There was another party for Lionel Richie, one for Norman Lear. Then you move on, and you have the Saturday, the chairman's lunch, and then you have the State Department, and you see the same people, and you get to know a few more. And by tonight, during the dinner, you're ready to get off the cruise.
Right, you've been partying a lot this weekend.
Partying, you've seen fabulous friends whom you see once a year, and it's going to be glorious. And the honorees this year are broader in scope in their talent, and so I think that's what's exciting.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great night. That was Adrienne Arch, noted arts philanthropist here in Washington and also Miami. Coming down the red carpet now is LL Cool J. That stands for Lady Loves Cool James. For those who don't know, LL is the first hip-hop artist to receive a Kennedy Center honor in the history of the honors. He's wearing a very natty velvet tuxedo from what I can see, and we are going to talk to him as soon as he makes his way down the red carpet.
Art, choreography, and songwriting and all of that speaks for itself, and that's what the night needs to be about. And I think that art transcends, all of the partisanship and all of the, back and forth and bickering and, I just think that this is a good night for us to just stay on message. And I think the message is that it's about the art, it's about the music, it's about the arts, and that's what we're doing. We're celebrating.
Mr. Cooley, if I can just ask you, you're making history tonight as the first ever hip-hop artist, rap artist to be honored with the Kinnick Center honor. What's that like?
You know what, man? I'm very humbled, I'm very grateful. But when I say humbled, I don't want it to sound like a canned answer. What I mean is that it makes me realize how hard it was to do it. See, when you're standing here, it seems, when you're on that side of the rope, it's like, oh, you have the medal around your neck. But when you're standing here and you reflect on everything that you went through to get it, you realize, wow, that really wasn't easy, and I really should be grateful. Because, a couple of left turns, a couple of right turns, and maybe you're in a jail cell instead of with a medal on your neck at the Kennedy Center honors. You know what I mean? I still remember where I'm from, I'm from Queens. I'm from Queens, New York, and a lot of guys, a lot of my friends who grew up with me didn't make it out of there. So I realize how much of a blessing this is, and I'm very thankful for that, And I'm glad that I was able to make this contribution, to the world of art and culture.
And do you see rap as being recognized as part of that American fabric?
Oh, without a doubt. Art is, look, all genres, whether it's rock and roll, jazz at a certain point, they all have, they all go through their infancy, puberty, teenage years, maturity, that's a part of a new genre, a burgeoning genre. So, of course, hip-hop is a part of American fabric, and, 100 years from now, they'll know who LL Cool J is. It may not be everybody, but a couple of people will know. And there'll be some pictures floating around, and it'll be a part of American society. There's no question about it. That's what we're doing.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So much. We'll go to CNN.
New era.
Yes.
We'll go to CNN.
Hello, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
First hip-hop artist honored. What do you want this to say to the art community?
To the art community, I think it says, you know what? Never limit yourself and listen to your own intuition. Listen to your own desires, your own inclinations, your own artistic inspirations. Because like any other genre, there's always going to be naysayers. There's always going to be people who say this isn't possible, or that's not that, or this is not that. I mean, when they went from silent movies to talking pictures, there were actors who were running around saying this is ridiculous. The idea that actors would ever talk in movies is ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? So, here we are, hip-hop, and it's a part of American culture, so, we don't have to rub it in their faces. The success speaks for itself, and here we are. Let's get it moving.
You said that you were pleased that the president decided not to attend. Do you hope that he watches when it broadcasts? And if so, what do you want him to take?
I would qualify that. I would say that I'm pleased that there are no distractions, because this is about the art. And I don't think that it doesn't help America for me to stand on a carpet and take shots at anyone. It doesn't help our country and what we're going through for me to get up here on a soapbox and be divisive. What I would say is this is about the art. It's about the music tonight. It's about Gloria. It's about Lionel. It's about Carmen. It's about Norman and all those great TV shows that helped raise us. And that's what it's about. And, I hope everybody watches. I hope the whole country watches, because this is cool. And you got the first hip-hop artist ever getting one. So, check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're gonna pull in the music.
No, Washington Post. Sorry, like, don't skip me. Hi, Helena Andrews with the Washington Post. How are you?
Good.
What, you being the first rapper, the first hip hop artist to receive this award, what does tonight mean for hip hop? Do you think?
Whoever thought that hip hop could take it this far, right? That's what Biggie said.
Right.
I think that's exactly it. I think that when you think about Grandmaster Flash and the Treacherous Three and the Crash Crew and the Fearless Four, and Fantastic Romantic and the Cold Crush and the guys who came before me who all of them didn't necessarily get the same amount of light. I call them the senior forefathers, where I'm like myself and Run DMC, we're like junior forefathers.
Okay.
I think that this says, this is a thank you to them. This is for them. It's for the guys who came after me. It's for the Ludacrises. It's for the Kanyes and the Jays. It's for all of those guys.
Did you ever think you were going to make it this far?
You know what? You dream big, but you don't know how it's going to end up. That's like, when you put your oxygen tank in the bag and you set out to climb Mount Everest, you're hoping for the best, right?
Right.
But you don't really know what's going to happen. And then when you get up there with the flag, you're like, whoa, we actually did that.
Right.
So, look, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that I had a crystal ball and, I'm a genius and all of this. I think it's just, some blessings, some luck, and some talent. And here we are.
And you talk about not wanting to be divisive and that not being helpful. What do you think is helpful for us to see from artists when it comes, because the world is really divisive, and hip hop talks about what's going on in the world.
Well, I think the thing that's healthy is when you can entertain two ideas at once. I think that's a sign of a fair amount of intelligence. Being able to disagree with some of the policies that exist in your country without resenting and hating your country. You have to be able to do that. You have to be able to, be civil and disagree without crossing over into DEFCON 5 every time something happens. And that, so the thing to me that would be helpful is if we could just, have a dialogue that expresses our feelings without it becoming vitriolic. You know what I mean? That's what I think would be helpful. Now, in terms of art transcends all of that. Art knows no borders. No matter what your political leanings are, your religion, your ethnicity, art, music, it touches you. If it touches you, it touches you. You can't even control it. You could try to not like it and still love it. You can like songs that you don't want your family to know you listening to and be sneaking off with the earbuds on,
Last question. I have to ask you about this ring.
Yeah. Took it back. It's hip-hop.
All right.
Hip-hop, baby.
Thank
Hip-hop.
you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You said imagination changed you.
Okay. John Cicada, and I have Rachel Bloom.
Absolutely, I believe in the power of
John Cicada is a singer, Rachel Bloom's an actress. Yes, okay. John, right over here. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
John Cicada, Helena
Yes.
Andrews, The Washington Post. How are you?
Good to see you. How are you?
Now, who are you here to honor tonight?
Well,
You can tell us.
Take a wild guess. No, you know what? I'm here just to honor my friend Gloria Estefan. She doesn't know it, actually. So I'm kind of hiding away from her a little bit. But at the same time, it's just what a wonderful evening. There's so many great artists being celebrated tonight, and at the same time, wonderful people as well.
So, when you get the call to say, the Kennedy Center calls and says they want you to honor Gloria Estefan, what goes through your head? Are you nervous? Are you already planning what songs you want to sing? How does that work?
No, I'm here at the service of the event, so whatever they need me to do, and that's what it's all about. So, and I'm just honored. It's a blessing. I'm humbled by it. So, again, it's going to be quite an evening. I'm sure of it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
I don't know if that's all I can hope.
Rachel Bloom, hi. Helena Andrews, The Washington Post. How are you?
I am so good.
So tonight, I assume you are here to honor TV producer extraordinaire Mr. Norman Lear.
I am indeed, yeah.
What's your plan tonight? Do you have a monologue you're going to prepare? What can you tell us? What can you sneak?
This was super easy.
Okay.
Because I come here I read off a prompter, a beautiful speech that was written for me by my friend Dave Boone, who's the head writer of the Kennedy Center Honors, who I've known for many years. I read it, and I step off, and I eat food, which compared to singing at the Emmys or doing backstage patter at the Tonys is like, I mean, I don't want to say walk in the park, watch me mess it up, and but yeah, and I'm so happy to be here tonight, and like it was such an honor to be asked to honor Norman Lear for the show Maude.
Right. Can you pick your favorite Norman Lear television series?
Yeah, I mean, probably Maude.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there's a very, very clean line from what he did on that show with that character and to what we are trying to do, and I think that all television creators are trying to do, let alone like a show. I mean, we are a feminist show on broadcast television dealing with the standards of the FCC.
Talking about Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes, it's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. So we're trying to, also talk about alcoholism and mental health, and a character had an abortion on our show, and we talk about birth control a lot, and so I think it's really, really interesting to watch all of his shows and keep in mind that, he had the same FCC standards as we go through, and had to, talk to standards and practices in the same way we do. And I feel like we all owe him a lot. I mean, his shows are brilliant.
And so, as you talk about some serious issues, policy issues, tonight obviously is a little bit overcast when it comes to politics, right?
Yeah.
Do you think about that at all? It was interesting because Mr. Lear was the first honoree to say that he might boycott the honors if the Trumps were involved in any way. How do you feel about that stance? Were you proud of him for that? Is that something that you would possibly do in your career at some point?
I think I'm very proud of him for that. I mean, it's this precedent that's been set by other people. I know Mel Brooks boycotted during George W. Bush's presidency because it didn't align with his values, and I think that had he boycotted, if Trump had been here, I think it would have been completely consistent with the values that he has always had, which is this, liberal, progressive, for lack of a better word, empathetic agenda, and I think that makes total sense. And I can't speak for if I were to ever get a Kennedy Center honor, oh my God, but I think that it's really impressive when people stick to their guns, and because as artists we're trying to communicate ideas to the world, and I think that sometimes in show business people maybe sell out their own ideas or their own values for attention or for the glamour, and I think it's really admirable when people don't do that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you so much.
Kids from ABC6. Hi. How are you? Have you been able to...
So that was Rachel Bloom, the star and creator of My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and she will be helping to honor Norman Lear tonight. And it looks like Norman Lear has arrived and is coming down the red carpet. I also spy Herbie Hancock. I also spy Questlove of The Roots. So the red carpet is getting pretty hot right now. This is legendary TV producer Norman Lear making his way down the red carpet right now.
for Gloria.
So what makes you get content?
People choose to believe.
You've been rather critical about Donald Trump and.
I'm critical of Donald Trump?
Never.
Never.
He's not here tonight. Are you pleased that he's not here?
My chin is up, and I'm going to get the president isn't here that TV. No, that's where that's right.
At 95, I don't need to tell you what incredible contributions that you've made to American society. You've talked about issues of race, sexuality, and this is an honor that represents the diversity in the fabric of the American culture. How does it feel to be an honoree in that outfit?
Well, if one cares about the arts and humanities, which is what this is all about, and I believe that's
Hi, Mr. Hancock. Helena Andrews, The Washington Post. How are you?
Oh, great. I'm doing great.
So
really great.
So I noticed the medallion around your neck. How does it feel being a recipient who's walking down the red carpet for another ceremony? Like, the pressure's off?
I've been actually coming to the Kennedy Center Honors and being involved with it now for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
It's a really special honor for me to be able to support what this is about, encouraging the arts, encouraging creativity, encouraging the human spirit that goes into that type of creativity. You know?
And you said you've been coming for 30 years. This is obviously the first ceremony where the president won't be attending. A president or a first lady also won't be attending. Do you feel like that's changed the tenor of the night at all?
It has made it a little easier for some people. Actually, it's probably made it easier for everybody.
By taking politics out of it.
No matter which, because there are definitely sides now. Mm-hmm. You know, there's no question about the divisiveness that's happening, actually throughout the world, but still here. Mm-hmm. You know, I think both sides are kind of relieved.
Okay. And would you hope that at next year's honor, the president will be here? Is it a tradition that you think should continue?
Depends on which president.
Interesting answer. Okay.
You know, actually, it would be great if the president really represented the country, and as a representative of the country, was here to present and support the awards.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
President needs to represent the country, the whole country.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's what presidency is about, isn't it?
How are you? Thank you. Great. How are you? Have you met Lear?
Nice to meet you.
You too.
What are you looking forward to most tonight? Anything you're nervous about?
Nothing I'm nervous about. Every night. I don't know what the hell is happening in my part of this. You know, but people who work with me that do know tell me I'll be happy.
You said that you were glad that the president wasn't coming tonight. Said him not being here would make a bigger statement. What statement was that, him not being here? What statement do you think that would be?
Oh, I'd like you to put that in. It really hurts that he's not here. I'm terribly upset about it. And I don't like crying on the truth in front of people. So I'm doing everything I can to keep myself from leaving. Are you believing that?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
From your expression, I thought you might be believing that you were afraid I was going to cry.
You're a great actor. You put on some great sitcoms.
I've worked with a lot of wonderful
do you hope that he's watching when it broadcasts? And if so, what do you want him to take from the broadcast?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
Do you hope that the president watches when the broadcast happens? And if so, what would you like him to take from watching?
Oh, I'd like him to watch, and I hope he has some good hors d'oeuvres and a good glass of beer or something.
What was the vibe at the state dinner last night? Did it get political at all?
It didn't get political. It was totally family. It was really lovely. Every single presentation and every honoree, they were lovely.
Thank you so much. Enjoy.
You are welcome. Thank you, CNN.
Washington Post. We peeled her off. She peeled her off. She hacked in. She was happy. Washington Post.
Hi, Mr. Lear. Helena Andrews, the Washington Post. I'm over here. Hi, how are you?
God, are you people kind to me?
Are we kind to you? You're
that
being honored
article
tonight.
was beautiful. Oh my God, it was a beautiful article. Is he here, by the way?
Is Hank here? He
Yes.
actually is not. I
He's
don't
not
know. But I'm here.
No, I mean,
I'm okay.
And hello, you're okay.
Are you tired of answering questions about the president and the politics of the night?
Ask me and then you'll see.
You obviously led the charge in terms of making it very clear that you didn't want to go to the White House before the event.
I didn't wish to accept whatever the hell the White House had to offer from a White House that basically didn't care for the arts and humanities. Was not in any way, not only not helping, but cutting. Turning its back totally on the arts and humanities. And that's the opposite of what this is about.
It's the opposite of tonight, right? If you could choose between your amazing, legendary television shows that have clearly influenced TV for generations to come, can you choose one of your babies, one of your favorites?
You want me to mention a favorite?
Yeah.
Well, the day I was doing the Mary Hartman episode that I loved, it was my favorite. The day that Carol O'Connor was in an elevator with three people of different variety, one of them having a baby, camera on his face as the baby was born, priceless moment, probably added time to my life.
I just can't wait.
So each day that something happens, that's sort of your favorite moment.
Like this. Do you realize it took me 95 years, a number of months, weeks, days to get to see you that smile?
I think
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thanks.
and I think maybe we're going to do a little shorter.
Up and out of their seats dancing.
The president did not, or chose not to attend.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Do you hope he watches the broadcast, or what do you feel? Because you've gone previous years where the president has. Right back. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts are that I thought it was a grand gesture. There was some controversy, and I just think we're moving straight ahead, and I think people are going to celebrate this, which is about arts. It's not about anything else. Politics is out of it, and that's the way it should be. That's the way I feel about it.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Linda Carter, Helena Andrews, The Washington Post. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I
nice
love
to
everyone
see you.
at Post.
Now, thank you. You are usually the very first person to arrive. I've covered four of these, and you are usually the first person here. What happened tonight? Who was
I'm usually the first person here, and what happened tonight?
There was some football we had to finish.
I said, honey, I'm usually the first person here. What happened tonight? Football.
Okay, I see. And earlier I heard you speaking about the fact that politics is sort of out of the night tonight. And you've been to how many Kennedy Center honor ceremonies?
Very, very, very many.
A lot of them, right?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Last year was great.
And why would you say last year?
Well, just it was Obama's last year, and people were just very emotional, and it was very emotional, and that was also very special for us.
And compare that to this
I think
year.
It's going to be very special this year too, because politics is out of it, and I'm so grateful that there will not be politics. I'm sure that there will be a few jokes about it, and which I can't wait to hear. Mm-hmm. But this is just about us. It's just about art. It's just about the celebration of our souls. It's the celebration of music. It's the celebration of all of the sacrifices that these people have made in exploring that deep place inside that is able to come up with the things that take us away from the toils and the tragedies of our day-to-day lives, and that take you back in time when we remember
that sense memory of, oh gosh, that reminds me of this time or that time, or when I hear stories about the parts that I've played, it reminds people of their stories, which I love to hear. And that's what tonight is about. And so I'm grateful.
What are you most looking forward to seeing tonight? The songs that people who are honoring Gloria Estefan or Lionel Richie, or actors who might show up for Norman Lear? Like, who are you hoping to see?
I am always surprised. I cry, I dance, I go through every emotion. And the talent pool is always a surprise. And I think CBS has gone out of its way this year. I mean, they always do, but the directing and all of that is it's sort of a brave new world, and everyone is ready to go. So that's it.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Okay, bye.
So that was Linda Carter, obviously TV's original Wonder Woman. She is a DMV local, and she has attended many Kennedy Center honors, and she's always the first person here, but tonight she was not. Coming down the red carpet now is famed dancer and one of tonight's honorees, Carmen de Lavallad. I'm having a lot of fun saying her last name. I also see Busta Rhymes and Run DMC. There are a lot of people coming down the red carpet now.
Yes. Yes. Good evening. How are you? Well, thank you.
What are you looking forward to tonight? Are you performing?
No performing. I'm just a member of the Honoree and everything of this wonderful affair that happens every year. So my wife and I, every year we've been coming, as you well know, and I'm just so happy, like Gloria Estefan said today. I don't have to sing.
How do you feel about that president choosing not to?
Oh, well, you know what? May I say that was a wonderful decision, because it's not political, and he don't want it to be taken. If you're going to do that, then you say no. Absolutely. So that's okay. He just might decided not to. That's fine. You know, I wish he would have been here, but I have not. Hey.
What do you hope he takes from the performance if he chooses to watch it?
Oh, I don't know. If he does watch, I hope he enjoys, because there are some wonderful people here, you know. And some of the people I'm pretty sure he does know. So I hope he enjoys.
Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much.
Washington Post.
Hello.
Sam Moore, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. How are you?
Thank you. Wonderful. How you doing?
I'm great. Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Everybody.
Every
you know,
person.
they never tell us who's actually performing, so it's like a surprise.
Right.
I am looking to see Carmen, you know. It's too bad Jeffrey's not here, but that's okay. She's here. But I am looking for, well, you know, Gloria, we all from down in Florida and everything. So I'm looking to see the thing about Gloria. Talked to her today. So we're looking for we Floridians are looking for it.
Now, this year's class of honorees is one of the most ethnically diverse class ever in the history of the honorees. We have, obviously, Carmen de Lavallad, we have LL Cool J and Gloria Estefan and Lionel Richie. Why do you think it took us this long to have such a diverse class of honoree?
Oh, I have no idea, you know, and being a member of this art advisory and everything, I really can't get involved in that. It's just the fact that I'm so glad that what we see now, and it gets better year after year. I'm looking forward to that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
And thank you so much.
But now that it's able to meet like 7 or 8 of my superheroes that I never thought that I would ever meet in this lifetime. I met Herbie Hancock 26 years ago when I put out my first record with Leaders of the New School. There was a B-side to the single called Teacher Don't Teach Us Nonsense. We sampled a Herbie Hancock record. 26 years later, I'm still professionally recording. That man is like the man that gave me the blessing by giving us the permission to use a piece of his original composition in one of our songs. And it was a smash for us, and it was off to the horse races from there. So I got the honor to meet one of my superheroes just at the front of the red carpet. Then I got to meet the incredible Linda Carter. Had a crush on Wonder Woman when I was about 11 or 12 years old. That was the last time that I actually saw her on TV, when I was 11 or 12 years old. You know, so I'm 45 now. I get to meet the beautiful, incredible Linda Carter in person. She looks incredibly stunning. She still is just a superhero to me, and you know, that was able to cross paths with Stevie Wonder. He's a Taurus like me, and he's a superhero of mine, and I was fortunate enough to be blessed to have him appear on his first feature on a rapper's project on my Big Bang album that I released in 2006. I was able to see I want to meet Lear. You know, we grew up on good times. We grew up on Jeffersons. We grew up on the Archie Bunkers. And just that whole experience, it was just ill because, you know, a lot of what he was doing, we wasn't even really allowed to have as casual conversation because he addressed a lot of the more challenging issues of society, good, bad, and indifferent. And it created a lot of perspective for us. So just a lot of my heroes, legends, and icons are present, and I'm looking to shake hands, hug, get autographs, take pictures, and be the super fan that I'm not usually allowed to be too often.
How do you feel about the first hip-hop artist being honored tonight?
I was just getting ready to get to that. I was just taking a breather. First and foremost, it is the most fulfilling thing to see that the first representative of our culture, hip-hop, that's being honored is LL Cool J. I wrote my first rap trying to incorporate big words in my verse, trying to emulate LL Cool J. Everything about him, from the way he dressed, to the strength and the masculinity that he represented, to his ability to just display his skill set as a lyricist, was everything that we aspired to be, because he just upheld the moral fiber and the integrity of the culture in the most incredible way possible. So to see him being the first one that's honored tonight, Kennedy Center Honors, it's like they couldn't have picked a better person, and I'm grateful for that.
Thank you. Can you give us one of your favorite LL Cool J lyrics?
Okay. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers, leaving suckers in fear, making them tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion, overpowering over the competition. I'm towering, wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. You don't want me to keep going.
And last question, how do you feel about the president choosing not to?
Some of them can really say.
I really don't have nothing to say about the guy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Enjoy yourself.
God bless.
Busta, Helena Andrews from the Washington Post. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great. I believe that was the first time that this red carpet has had someone rap on it. I think that's a first.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I like to be the first, especially of great things.
Now, is this your first Kennedy Center Honors?
Oh, yes, it is. Absolutely my first, and it definitely won't be my last. And God willing, I'm blessed to be able to be honored one day like the incredible LL Cool J.
And what do you think tonight means for hip-hop?
It means everything for hip-hop. I mean, for several reasons. I think the primary reason for me is that there's so many different representations of hip-hop that could have been picked. But it's super important that the first choice is the right choice, because that's a statement that is going to...
What do you tell those people?
You get to make that statement one time. The first time you can only make it once. So it's just super duper fulfilling to see that the most appropriate and perfect choice for the first honoree to be someone as significant to our culture as LL Cool J. Everything about him we wanted to be like. To this day, we still want to be like him. You know what I'm saying? He has survived every climate shift, of the game, of the culture, of the industry, of corporate America. And it's just a testament to how incredible he is, how much he means to all of us, how much he's going to continue to mean to all of us. And this is a milestone moment for the culture. We needed this to be something that happened for him first, because it set a tone. It set a tone. It's an obvious statement that the work ethic, the selective choice making, the strategic chess moves that you got to make in order to survive and create and sustain and have a legacy like that, man, has to be done with care, and it has to be done with, just careful movement. And it's not an easy thing to be able to navigate, especially 30 years through all of this, good, bad, and indifferent, the way the industry works, and still be able to wear the crown with pride. Heavy the head that wears the crown, and he's wore it very well.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, everything is just about being elegant and with grace and with taste and class.
Maybe we work about nice people like that. And I've never done that in my life. I figured I'm 86. I can say what I want and feel the way I want. But it's something that, when you think of your family and your life and the people in that part of the world that have been traumatized all the time, I just couldn't stand in front of someone and try to smile and trying to get rid of the arts. He's not, has that attitude toward these people. And I thought, no, I just can't. And I've never felt that way in my life. Ever.
Do you hope he watches when the broadcast airs? And what do you want to take from it?
I never thought of that. I don't care. I hope he does. I'm not holding it. Everybody has their side, and I don't like to be petty about things like this. I just know what I feel, and I don't hold any grudges or anything like that. I really don't. But I think this is about the arts and about wonderful things happening, and people who are trying to make their livings, and the arts are very, very, very important to people's mental health, as far as I'm concerned. And I think we don't, when it's tried to take away and they belittle it, that's a no-no for me.
What was the feel last night? How was the state dinner?
Oh, it was fantastic. We learned so much about the other people's lives, and it was really lovely. Lovely people. And I think this group became a big family last night.
I heard that it didn't get too political. You heard that
it did or didn't?
Did not.
No, I don't think so. No, it's about lives. It's about people's lives and their contributions and who contributed to their lives.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. So are you. Thank you.
Hi, Miss de Lavallad, Helena Andrews with the Washington Post. How are you?
Dear, thank you very much for that beautiful. It's breathtaking.
The profile.
Oh my
written
God.
by Sarah Kaufman. Yes, it was amazing.
She's lovely.
Yes. And
I
you
really
are
have to write her wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
My first question is this lovely outfit you have on.
Yes.
I know for years and years of you coming to the Kennedy Center, your late husband Jeffrey always designed your outfits. Did he design this outfit as well?
No, this is B. Michael.
Okay.
And B, well, the dress I had last night, the lace one, is one he gave me. It's an old crocheted wedding dress that and I rolled that for my 50th anniversary, so that's what I wore last night.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
And this one, B, and I think Jeffrey would love it, and so B designed it. He called and said, I'd like to design your dress. I said, Jeffrey would approve.
And so how has the weekend been for you?
Oh, it's like I'm in a dream, really. I'm usually on the other side of the cameras, for this. And it's really kind of out-of-body experience, I'm telling you. But it's very exciting. And I think that the lovely part is to meet the other honorees. And it's all family people. They're big family people. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely to get to know them.
And who do you hope is on the stage honoring you tonight? Who do you hope to see, or who do you guess you might see? Because I know it's a surprise.
I don't even want to think about
Misty
it.
Copeland.
Totally be surprised. I have no idea. I'm not because I've been in a lot of genre. I've been in the opera. I've, worked for the opera. I've worked for ballet. I've worked for modern dancers. I've worked for television. I've worked for film. I've worked, jazz people. So I've gone all over the place.
So who knows who's going to
Who knows? And I love them all. I'm not set on what kind of area in the arts. I can go where it leads me.
And I know that obviously a lot of talk on the red carpet has been the fact that President Trump isn't here and decided not to come. And you, as well as Norman Lear, are very vocal about not wanting to go to the White House. Do you think that has affected the mood of the weekend for you?
No, I just felt, and I keep saying this, that when I saw, him wanting to get rid of the arts and things like that, and then I saw the film with all those terrible people, and I thought, oh, no. I just can't. And I don't hold grudges against anybody, but I can't.
You felt it was important as an artist to make that statement?
I think so. I mean, why would I shake hands with someone who doesn't like you or wants to take away your livelihood and thinks that certain element is nice people are nice people or something. When you live a long time, it's for my family, for the families in the South, and the people have always been traumatized by those things. Like I said, I'm 86. I have never said no in my life, ever. I pretty much, told Mark, this is the first, and I feel perfectly happy about it. I feel nothing, That is my opinion, and I think at this age I deserve, my opinion, and there we are. I'm perfectly happy.
And after this weekend, where are you going to put that medallion in your home?
Oh, I have a dress form. I'm going to put it on and display it.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Leona Lewis was on the red carpet. We missed her. She just zoomed away. Now I also spy Eva Longoria making her way down the red carpet. We have yet to see Mr. Lionel Richie. He is the last of tonight's honorees to make his way down the red carpet. The show starts at 7 and it is now 6:15, so we still have plenty of time.
I'm a 90s kid. I'm the biggest supporter there is, but I feel like, the boomers and Gen Xers.
We also spy NBA legend Grant Hill and his wife, R&B singer Tamia. More hints of who may be performing tonight. Tamia is an amazing R&B songstress. Ooh, and we also spy Misty Copeland behind the red carpet. Another hint about who might be performing tonight. You got to keep your eyes peeled because not everyone walks down the red carpet and everything is a surprise. Also spy MC Light in front of the step and repeat. We'll see if she'll be making her way down. Hip hop legend MC Light. Again, these are all hints about who might be performing tonight because they keep that list very tight and very secretive, so we don't know who will hit the stage. But so far, we've seen Leona Lewis, Tamia, Misty Copeland, now MC Light, Busta Rhymes, Run DMC. I also spied Anthony Anderson earlier. So these are all people who might be making their way on the stage tonight to honor the 2017 class of the Kennedy Center Honors, and that class includes Lionel Richie, who we still haven't seen come down the red carpet yet, dancer Carmen de Lavallad, singer-songwriter Gloria Estefan, and TV producer Norman Lear. And also rapper and hip-hop artist LL Cool J. Can't forget him.
I am not performing tonight, so I definitely get to enjoy it. You know what? It's just so great to be here, just honoring everyone. And they've inspired so many people, so it's kind of nice to give back and to applaud them.
What do you think young artists or anyone can learn from some of these honorees?
Well, I got to sit next to Lionel Richie last night at the dinner table, and I learned a lot of things actually from him. But I think the most important thing is to always learn from the people who came before you. And there's a lot of lessons there, not only career-wise. Obviously, all of our honorees tonight have had a career that spans, tons of years, and they've just been an inspiration to everyone. So I think you can always learn from the past.
How do you feel about the president choosing not to attend tonight?
So
that's it, Lord. That's all you have to say. And since we don't get the chance to hear you perform tonight, you want to sing your favorite Lear from a Lionel song?
Oh, right.
You can watch and see
You
it.
didn't ask me to sing.
Go for it. Go for it right now.
I will sing for free.
You want to rap for LL Cool J?
No, I'm good. I don't want to do them any kind of injustice. She's the performer.
Okay. Hello, is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you? Okay.
Thank you so much. That was a thank you.
Hi, Helena Andrews of the Washington Post. Can you guys stop here very quickly? Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Grant Hill and Tamia. So tonight, obviously, is one of the most ethnically diverse Kennedy Center honor classes ever. Carmen de Lavallad, LL Cool J, Lionel Richie. What do you guys think about that? Why do you think it's taken this long to have such a diverse class of honorees?
Yeah, I'm actually not as well versed on former past honorees, but I think it's like I think of LL Cool J and sort of the first hip hop honoree. And sort of the story and journey of hip-hop. I'm old enough to sort of remember where there were those who thought it was just a fad and maybe go out like disco, but it's survived, it's endured, it's strengthened, and now it's part of popular culture. And so, yes, when you look at whether it's dance, whether it's R&B music, hip-hop music, that diversity in the various genres of art and those artists being recognized, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and I think I applaud the Kennedy Center for regardless of what's happened in the past, for being brave and having the courage to bring in a very eclectic, diverse mix of talent.
Thank you. And Tamia, you talked about sitting next to Lionel Richie last night, which had to be amazing. this entire weekend has somewhat been tainted. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of people were talking to you about the Trumps not being here. Did you feel any of that last night at the dinner, or was that just an afterthought and people were just enjoying the evening?
I think last night was a beautiful night. I mean, everyone sort of spoke from their heart, and like you said, there was such a diverse representation of the arts, and that's what we were all there for yesterday. So it was great to be able to applaud every one of them yesterday.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, now Tamia's saying,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to rap?
Hit him with Jesus' love.
I was thinking about dancing. I was thinking about dancing.
A little ballet, a little.
Because you guys live in Miami, right?
No, trust me, you don't want that.
I can do the conga. I was thinking of, I don't know.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
All right.
Thank you.
I need to warm up, yes.
Quincy Jones, yeah. He has, I'm sure he has. He's on that list.
I don't see him wearing it.
He's not wearing it. Doesn't mean he doesn't have it.
I know. It's like, it's
Rita Morita, did she wear hers?
No, she did. She was like, I didn't know I was supposed to. And that's like always attractive. Listen,
Not like helps identify them. That's true. She does. Yes.
Donnie Kidd from ABC 7. Good to see you.
So now we see Quincy Jones, who is also a Kennedy Center Honor recipient, even though he is not wearing his medallion tonight, walking down the red carpet. Like LL, I believe he is wearing a velvet blazer. That's an interesting choice tonight. Velvet is in. You heard it here first. And we will be chatting with Mr. Jones as he makes his day around down the red carpet. I was cheering to move out the way. The red carpet has seemed to slow a bit, but we have yet to see tonight's last honoree who has not made his way down the red carpet, and that would be Lionel Richie.
CNN,
girls are dressed to the nines tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. You're dressed to the nines.
How are you feeling tonight? What are you looking for?
I'm tired, honey. I'm tired. This has been a wild year, honey. Woo.
To honor? I know everyone, but anyone in particular?
Every one of them. Every one of them. Known LL since he was a teenager. We did his first show. Gloria Estefan is my goddaughter's mother. Lionel, we've done everything together. Norman Lear, unbelievable. Carmen de Lavallad, her husband is my best friend. Jeffrey Holder.
How do you feel about the president choosing not to come tonight?
Thank God.
Do you hope that he watches the performance?
Honey, I don't care what he does, honey. Get on here. You must be kidding.
Now you.
It's the biggest disaster that this country's ever seen. And I've been involved in the White House playing it at the inauguration since Eisenhower in 1952 with Lionel Hampton. So I've been was 8 years with the Clintons, you know. I don't get no politics on that.
Now, you are missing your medallion tonight. Why didn't you wear it?
Because I already wore it.
What is it?
Already wore it. It's like a guillotine.
No, absolutely
Yes, it is. That's why I give it that nice little button, you know.
Now, how does it feel differently, obviously, being just in the audience as opposed to being honored?
Well, it's all the same.
Is it?
Especially if they're like your brothers and family, like these people tonight are. They're really close. We did LL's first TV show in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like family.
So you know everybody tonight. It's a reunion.
When you get 84, you will too.
Okay, thanks so much. Have a great night.
Your chair's right here.
And that was Quincy Jones. And I spy Chaka Khan in front of the step and repeat, way down in front. We'll see if she'll stop. Quincy Jones is now making his way into the theater for tonight's ceremony, which begins promptly at 7.
Yes? I hope so. Yeah. She's here. Okay, absolutely. Okay.
R&B legend Chaka Khan in front of the step and repeat. And now we're hearing some noise way down in front, and we think that might be Lionel Richie. I actually think I see his daughter Nicole. We will be chatting with Chaka Khan as she makes her way down the red carpet and into the theater for tonight's ceremony, the 40th Annual Kennedy Center Honors, airing on CBS on December 26th. Okay, we're hearing that Chaka Khan is not going to make her way down to us because they need her backstage. So ding, 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 she is going to either be performing or presenting tonight. We'll also see supermodel Karolina Korkova in front of the step and repeat. Interesting. Not sure who she's here to perhaps present our honor tonight. We see Lionel Richie with his daughter Nicole. Lionel is not late, but arriving fashionably after all the other honorees. Hopefully he spends a lot of time on the red carpet. The show starts at 7. It's about 6:30 now.
And also, yeah, I see. Successful.
Most of the time they do, but yeah. No. Mark Twain a couple years ago for he showed up so late. Lionel Richie posing for photos with his family. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Don't see Lionel's youngest daughter, but definitely see Nicole and his son. Veteran broadcaster Tom Joyner has showed up, jumped in on the Richie family photo shoot.
Hi.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm very well.
What are you looking forward to the most tonight?
I'm here with my homeboy, Lionel Richie. We grew up together in Tuskegee.
Can you tell us something about Lionel that maybe the public doesn't know?
Okay. Yeah, I can actually. In the back in the day in the Commodores, when we were in school at Tuskegee, I was in a singing group, and the Commodores was my backup band.
Wow.
I told him to break it down one time,
Oh my gosh.
2 times, 3 times.
What's your favorite song of Lionel? If you want to perform in a quick line.
Just to be close to you. Yeah.
How do you feel about the president choosing not to attend this evening?
I'm so glad he's not, because I wouldn't be here if he was.
Thank you. And enjoy your night.
Yes.
Mr. Joyner, hi. Washington Post. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So how does it feel to be here with your good friend Lionel?
Oh, it's the best to represent Tuskegee. That's where we're from. That's where we were born and raised. And Tuskegee is a small town, and a lot of good things have come out of Tuskegee. Not only just me and Lionel, but a whole lot of other people. People that you might not know anything about, but they've done some significant things in life.
And so you've been, I assume, with Lionel all weekend at all the events.
No, actually, I just arrived.
Okay.
I just arrived. I haven't been to all the events.
This summer, obviously, the Trumps announced that they wouldn't be attending this honors.
Thank you. If he were here, I would not be here.
You would not come if he were here?
Oh, hell no. No, I could not.
So you don't think that the Trumps not coming, does that taint the event at all or affect the mood?
It affects the mood. I think it puts the mood where it should be in a party mode, because if Trump were here, that would spoil everything. Yeah.
Well, have a great night tonight.
I will. Thank you.
Kid from ABC 7.
Hey, what's up, man?
We know one of the
I could order dinner. I probably got them.
Hi guys, as I slowly dissolve in front of you. How are you? Let me just say that. This is actually embarrassing. Just here, they raised me. And I know what they know. So to have that and most of them still alive, I like that. All right, then I think you're right. Well, I'm going back because the Commodores, and I always say those guys because without them, the time we went over to, I learned everything I know. First of all, who am I? I didn't know I was a writer. So I didn't know all that. I just knew that I was a scared to death kid that felt like hanging out with 5 other guys. And I discovered it. Not here with my grandmother, in the Tuskegee era, because I was raised in a town where failure was not an option. And so it was pretty high cotton we had to walk around in. But I just think about their legacy and hope that they will.
Donald Trump choosing not to be here tonight. How do you feel as an honoree that they're not here?
I think we'll keep this. The best part about this is it's all about the arts. And I have learned the trick. You start saying politics, that's something else. That's another war. But tonight it's going to be about, I'm celebrating. Normally, let's talk about this. I'm in his class tonight. I can't talk about anything else but that. Thank you.
Lionel, we're going to come down here and do a few of them together.
Oh, we're all together.
Group. All right,
Nina
group.
Andrews, the Washington Post. How are
you?
Okay,
As I slowly calm me down.
Okay. Were you nervous coming here?
No, you know what it was? I'm walking in with Nicole. I'm walking in with my classmates from elementary school, high school, and college. I've never walked the red carpet with them before. So I'm more worried about are they going to be okay?
Okay.
That's good, though.
Most important, are you going to wear this on American Idol to remind everybody that walks on stage?
You do.
Just how important you are?
You do know that I'm going to have on American Idol the Oscar, the Grammy, and now the Kennedy Center honor. Of course I am. Just to let him. So when I have the argument with Luke and Katie, who has the right answer? I got the right answer. What are you talking about?
Can you pick between any of your songs? Can you pick a favorite? Can you choose one of your babies?
Well, I'm in kind of two worlds. Okay. There's the Commodores, Easy, Zoom.
Okay.
Right? If I had to do solo, it would be All Night Long and Hello. And then if it had to be the one that was so special, I just can't even think of how we did it. Michael Jackson, We Are the World.
Absolutely.
That was one of those moments in time where, I don't know. I think about him more tonight than ever. Because I know that with his talent, he would be definitely an honoree, just as I'm standing here.
What do you think your dear friend Michael would say about you receiving this?
Well, first of all, I would love to say he would be here performing Easy Like Sunday Morning, because that was his favorite song. But, I just think, I remember him when he was 9 years old. That's where we started. And so I was very proud of him then, and of course, I'm sure he'd be very proud of me now.
All the awards, all the achievements, what's the most important thing about tonight?
My family gets to see it. I think the part that I'm loving the most is there's a point in your life where all the honors and stuff, they're great, but to have your kids finally realize what dad does for a living, and tonight is kind of special.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
With Donald Trump not coming tonight, do you hope that he watches the broadcast? And if so, what do you think he can take from it?
Well, I think we should get some more money from for the arts. That's what we need. Lots of money.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You might have to tag team. and that was singer-songwriter Lionel Richie, one of the last honorees to make his way down the red carpet. Show starts at 7, so I'm sure he's going to be shuttled to that box all the honorees sit in. Not sure who is going to be in that box with the honorees this year, because President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will not be at this honors. One of the first times a president and a first lady did not attend a Kennedy Center honors ceremony. But what we've been hearing from most of the honorees, and also the other celebrities who are paying tribute to them, what we've been hearing from them is that the mood of this evening and the mood of the weekend has not been changed by the Trump's absence, which is really interesting. Coming down the red carpet now is actress Julie Andrews, also a Kennedy Center honor recipient, and she is wearing her rainbow medallion.
Am I far enough back? Am I in the right spot? It was like the icing on top of a wonderfully already rich cake. And it's just the loveliest weekend. You don't have to do anything except enjoy yourself and be spoiled and honored. And it's a lovely surprise because you don't have to sing for your supper or anything. Yes. Oh my gosh. At the state party dinner for all the honorees last night, it was the main topic of conversation as to how important the arts are. And everybody was mostly speaking.
Thought we were going to get Q-Tip. He just hopped off the red carpet.
I'm so proud of everybody.
He probably has to make his way backstage. Drats.
After a humble, real, decent about accepting it. They knew that they were blessed as we all are. He did. And I had the great fortune of sitting at his table, and so he talked to me. He said he was raised by parents and his sister to go and see all the operas and musicals and plays. And so he's very much for the arts and supporting them, and that's very good. We need all the help we can get. Did I get? No, I did speak about the arts in general, how I don't think this world would be possible without them, because they are, what I said last night was they are the mirror that reflects us when all about us in chaos. The arts will tell us who we are. No, I don't. I think I understand why they chose not to come, and it's very different to live. Thank you.
Right here. We're CNN in Washington.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Hello.
What are you looking forward to most tonight? Are you performing?
No, I'm not. I'm an absolute gawping, happy, applauding lady and member of the audience this evening. That's all.
What can anyone learn from some of these honorees? I'm sure you know some.
Oh, you can learn a lot. You can realize that, as I think everybody will see tonight, they are humble. They are grateful. They count themselves lucky to be in this best of all possible worlds, this particular business of the arts. And there's no glorification of themselves at all. They all earned this medal this evening.
How do you feel about Donald Trump choosing not to attend this evening?
I was just asked about that. I think I understand the reasons that he and his lady, the First Lady, decided not to come. And I'm sure there's a lot more to it than even I know. So I can't really comment because I wasn't there.
And Ms. Andrews, if you could give advice to other awardees as you were wearing your fabulous medallion
yes,
around
all
your
the
neck
awardees
now.
are supposed to wear it on this particular night.
Absolutely. What would you tell tonight's recipients in terms of just enjoying the evening? Is it hard to sit there and have everyone just praise you?
No, it's one of the easier weekends that you could possibly be given.
That's what's so lovely about it. It's all you have to do, I was told, is just sit back and let us honor you. And that's absolutely true, because so many of these award systems will require something of you, subtly or otherwise. And this is just come and have a great time, and we're pleased that you are being honored, this weekend. And our awardees are fabulous this weekend. Thank you.
Yes. Hi, how are you? Brian? Oh, Brian? American Idol.
No, I think you just.
Oh, no, sorry.
He's the CMAers here for how many years? A lot.
Yes. Brendan will take some more. Brendan, you can make us ambassadors for the soccer.
Oh, he didn't walk. Yeah. I didn't get a look at him. Yeah, no.
Where we came from. Tennessee.
Any France, yes.
Well, this is when they are.
Well, the carpet is winding down. We just spoke with Kennedy Center Honor recipient Julie Andrews, the acclaimed British actress. I now spy opera diva Denise Graves coming down the red carpet. Not sure if she's going to stop. Nope, she did not. She probably has to get backstage because the ceremony is starting soon.
All of the honorees. Yeah, I think we've got pretty much. Are you sitting? No, Peggy's sitting. Are you sitting? Yeah, we're going to be going to the ball. Right, okay, so we'll take you down the groups. We've got steps and we've got elevators. You can start breaking it. You can start breaking it. I mean, you've gotten all the talent.
All right, so that wraps up the 2017 Kennedy Center Honors red carpet as all the honorees and A-listers made their way down the red carpet into the theater for the ceremony tonight. Again, just to remind you all, tonight the honorees are hip-hop artist LL Cool J, the first hip-hop artist to receive a Kennedy Center honor. Singer-songwriter Gloria Estefan, the first Cuban-American woman to receive the honor. Dancer Carmen de Lavallad, legendary TV producer Norman Lear, and singer-songwriter Lionel Richie. Those make up the 2017 class of the Kennedy Center Honors, and the show's starting in about 10 minutes here at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., and you folks at home can watch it on CBS December 26th.